Imagine this: a 62-year-old woman wakes up early, ties her sneakers, and heads out for her daily run, something she's done for years. But today, halfway through, her knee gives out. She falls. Hard. Weeks later, she learns the shocking truth. The very exercises she thought were keeping her young were actually damaging her aging joints. And she's not alone. Millions over 60 are unknowingly hurting their backs, knees, and hearts with workouts meant for younger bodies.
The worst part.
Most doctors won't warn you until it's too late. But what if there's a smarter way to stay strong, without risking injury? What if just 3 simple changes could rebuild your strength, protect your bones, and keep you active for decades? In this video, you'll discover the 3 exercises you must stop immediately, and the 3 powerful, safer moves to replace them. Because after 60, your body doesn't need punishment, it needs protection. She thought she was doing everything right. Every morning, she stretched, lifted weights, and followed her favorite workout video on YouTube. At 63, she believed staying active meant staying young. But within months, she started feeling unusual pain in her knees and lower back. Her doctor told her it was just part of aging, but deep down, she knew something else was wrong. It wasn't age, it was the wrong type of exercise. Exercises that once felt energizing were now draining her. The truth is, after 60, the body changes.
Joints get stiffer, bones lose density, and balance becomes fragile.
That's why doing workouts designed for 30-year-olds can silently cause damage. But here's the good news: you don't have to stop moving, you just need to move smarter. This isn't about giving up fitness. It's about protecting your future. Because strength after 60 doesn't come from pushing harder, it comes from choosing wisely. She remembered the day clearly. It was a crisp Monday morning when she laced up her shoes and stepped onto the treadmill, just like she had done for years. But this time, something felt off. Within minutes, her right knee locked, and a sharp pain shot through her leg. That was the moment she realized running was no longer her friend. High-impact cardio, like running or jump rope, might seem like great ways to stay fit, but after 60, these movements can silently wreck aging joints. They strain knees, shake fragile hips, and increase the risk of dangerous falls. She wasn't alone. Thousands of women in their 60s suffer similar setbacks, all because no one warned them. Then came the second mistake: deep squats with heavy weights. Popular fitness influencers made it look empowering, but her lower back told a different story. As she gripped the dumbbells and bent her knees, she felt her spine compress. Days later, she couldn't get out of bed without holding onto furniture. What she didn't know was that deep weighted squats put intense pressure on the lumbar spine, something that can cause long-term damage in older adults.
And the third.
Sit-ups and crunches. She used to believe they were the key to a strong core, but repeated crunches started giving her sharp neck pain and stiffness in her lower back. That's because traditional ab exercises bend the spine in unnatural ways, especially risky for postmenopausal women with decreasing bone density. These 3 common workouts, high-impact cardio, deep-weighted squats, and traditional crunches, may be fine for younger bodies, but for someone in her 60s, they quietly break down what little strength the body holds onto. And the worst part? She had no idea they were doing more harm than good. But thankfully, her story didn't end in pain. It transformed into something powerful when she discovered the right moves. The next chapter of her journey wasn't about quitting, it was about evolving. She was close to giving up. After weeks of pain, frustration, and confusion, she began to believe maybe this was her new reality. Every time she moved, fear crept in. What if the pain came back? What if another injury left her unable to walk? Her confidence had shattered. That's when a friend recommended a senior fitness therapist, someone who specialized in bodies over 60. Skeptical but desperate, she booked one session. And in just 1 hour, everything changed. The therapist didn't ask her to push harder or ignore the pain. Instead, she listened. She explained that after 60, exercise isn't about intensity. It's about alignment, control, and choosing movements that work with the body, not against it. For the first time in months, she felt hopeful. The therapist introduced her to 3 simple exercises designed to build strength without hurting joints, protect the spine, and restore balance. As she tried them, something shifted. No pain. No fear. Just a quiet strength returning to her body. That day, she realized she didn't need to stop exercising. She just needed to stop following routines built for younger people. The power wasn't in lifting heavier or running faster, it was in smarter movement. And those 3 exercises, they became her new path, not just to fitness, but to freedom. Her journey was no longer about surviving aging, it was about mastering it. And now, she wants others to feel what she felt in that moment. Strong, safe, and ready to begin again. The very next morning, she stood barefoot in her living room, a chair behind her and a small resistance band on the table. She wasn't nervous anymore, she was curious. The therapist had shown her the first move, chair-supported squats.
Simple, slow, and steady.
She stood tall, feet shoulder-width apart, and slowly bent her knees as if sitting back onto the chair, barely touching it before standing back up. Her knees didn't hurt. Her back stayed straight. She felt her thighs and glutes engage without the fear of falling. This wasn't punishment, it was power. After 2 sets of 10, her legs felt warm but stable. The second movement was even gentler but surprisingly effective, resistance band rows. She wrapped the band around a doorknob, held each end, and gently pulled her elbows back, squeezing her shoulder blades together. No jerking.
No tension in the neck.
Just smooth motion and controlled breath. She remembered how her posture had begun to slump before, but this felt like reclaiming her stance. Every repetition pulled her confidence back in place. Within 5 minutes, her upper back felt alive, not sore. Then came the third and most surprising movement, leg raises. She started with standing side leg raises, holding the back of the chair for support and lifting one leg out to the side, keeping it straight and controlled. It worked the hips, thighs, and core, all without twisting her spine or putting pressure on her knees. She then switched to lying leg lifts, where she lay flat on her back, lifted one leg slowly while keeping the other bent, and lowered it without touching the ground. This one made her feel centered, like her body was working as one strong, graceful unit. These 3 exercises, chair squats, band rows, and leg raises, didn't just rebuild her strength, they gave her something deeper, trust in her body. They required no gym, no equipment beyond a band and a chair, and no fear of injury. She repeated them 3 times a week, and within weeks, she noticed better balance, stronger legs, and even fewer aches when she got out of bed. Friends started to ask what she was doing. They saw it in her walk, her energy, her smile. She wasn't just moving again, she was thriving. And the best part? She looked forward to every session. No dread, no pain,
just progress.
She realized that after 60, strength doesn't come from breaking down the body, it comes from building it up gently, wisely, and consistently. These movements became her foundation.
Her new normal.
And she wished someone had told her sooner that fitness after 60 isn't about age, it's about approach. She didn't need a gym membership, loud machines, or complicated routines. All she needed was 15 minutes and a little space in her living room. Her new daily strength routine started with 3 minutes of chair squats, slow, controlled movements that woke up her legs without hurting her knees. Then she moved to 5 minutes of resistance band rows, standing tall as she pulled the band back and felt her upper back muscles strengthen. Each pull reminded her that posture isn't just about standing up straight, it's about standing up proud. After that, she spent 4 minutes doing a mix of standing and lying leg raises, alternating sides, breathing steadily, and focusing on her balance. The last 3 minutes were her favorite, a calming walk around the house paired with deep, steady breaths. No rush,
no pressure.
Just movement with purpose. She added light stretching when needed and always drank a glass of water after. In just 2 weeks, her routine became a ritual. Her mornings felt energized, her joints more stable, and her confidence unshakable. It wasn't just exercise anymore, it was healing. And the simplicity of it proved that real strength doesn't need intensity. It needs consistency. She never thought a few small changes could lead to such a powerful transformation. But now, every step she takes feels stronger, steadier, and more alive than ever before. She no longer fears movement, she embraces it. Her pain didn't win. Her age didn't stop her. What changed everything was knowledge, courage, and the will to choose smarter strength. This isn't just about exercise. It's about reclaiming your life. If you're over 60, remember this, it's never too late to begin again. Your body is wiser than you think. And when you move with care, you move with purpose. You move toward freedom.